Hello and welcome back. If you're here for the first time, thank you for tuning in. So I've missed you all, and I'm here with a very heartwarming story, a very sweet one. And this is about Prince Harry and the Duchess at the Invictus Games in Dusseldorf. So this is a very sweet story that came out from some of the competitors and their families who had a one-on-one with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and you're gonna love what they shared. So as we know, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were quite a team at the Invictus Games, stepping out hand in hand. They were in high spirits and they fully immersed themselves in the crowd camaraderie and in the competitive spirit at the Invictus Games. So there was this particular story where the pair took part in a small coaching event, and Scott Snow, who took part in the Invictus Games with his children, talked about their time being coached by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So this is going to be funny. So I'm going to quote some of the things that they said here. So firstly, Scott Snow talked about his time at the Invictus Games. And by the way, if you can hear rain in the background, just count that as ambient sound. So let's go on. So he talked about his time at the Invictus Games. He faced a challenge earlier in the games. He also talked about participating in wheelchair rugby and archery, and also talked about getting an injury as well. And he had to pivot to continue on with the event. He talked also about mental health and how the Invictus Games is so inspiring and about camaraderie. And he also urged people to talk more freely about their mental health or any struggles that they're going through. And then the interview segued into his children, who participated in a children's event at the Invictus Games where they were coached by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. To quote one of the children who was coached by Prince Harry, said that he was not exactly the greatest coach. But of course, the reason being is that they lost. And the team where she was on, where she was also joined by her sister, they were coached by Prince Harry, and Meghan coached the other team. Now, speaking specifically about Prince Harry's coaching technique, which was less than desirable for them to bag the win, she cited his advice to them and cheer. And his cheer to them was this, quote, 1, 2, 3, win, end quote. Oh my gosh, insert every laughing emoji here. So that was quite fascinating. She also talked about her own classmates and their reaction to them finding out that she had a chance to meet the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They were thrilled, and what a heartwarming story as well. And I love the fact that this showcases the love Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, have. I think in many images we saw the children so happy to be around them. Of course, the little girls looking up to Meghan, and they were so happy to get their medals from them as well. So I love how candid one of the children were in saying that, Prince Harry wasn't the greatest, and she also she talked up her own coaches back at her school. So that was just a very sweet story. And wasn't that funny? It was great to see that the children enjoyed their time with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And even the team that did not win, you could tell that they truly enjoyed their time with Prince Harry coaching them, even though his instruction to them wasn't really helpful. But it has been testament to the fact that Harry and Meghan gave their all in being there every step of the way to support and cheer on the multi-sport tournament athletes and their families as well. Truly, the Invictus Games is all about community and family. So share what your thoughts are about that. And it's wonderful to see that Harry and Meghan, they pull back from their love of sport, and they're able to translate that into coaching these children and making them feel as much a part of the Invictus Games, even handing out medals, posing for pictures, and just taking time to have that one-on-one with the families. Because as we know, their involvement went far beyond, even as Scott Snow said, that they were just so down to earth, truly interested in these families. And he said that that was the way they were when the cameras were not there. And, even Prince Harry giving him advice on what he was to do as the cameras were just all on them. And also in the first part of that interview, Scott Snow did talk about the fact that he got injured at the event. And I know that he must have appreciated Prince Harry and Meghan taking the time to go and make sure that he was all right and that, his spirits were up. And it does harken back to what Prince Harry said in the Netflix documentary Heart of Invictus. Prince Harry spoke about his observation on the competitors taking part in the events and how sometimes even the pressure to not only win, but, just to go out there and go before the crowds. He spoke about how him witnessing that was truly something that stuck with him. And I think that's why for Prince Harry and the Duchess, this goes far beyond, just sitting in the stands and cheering, as important as that is as well. But that follow-up, that one-on-one, making sure that the competitors and their families feel like this is truly a community. I think that's something that they stress so deeply. And it's also noteworthy that in the same vein, we know that the Sussexes truly go above and beyond in making sure that there is that atmosphere of love throughout the Invictus Games. We know that they hosted a friends and family reception at an event room at Dusseldorf Airport, and that was ahead of the games. That's where Meghan also showed up in her little black dress, and Prince Harry also wearing his black suit and blue shirt. That was the first time that they had stepped out together at the Invictus Games this year, and it was wonderful. We saw them talking about the camaraderie at the event and people, sharing pictures and just the loving atmosphere, right? And also above that, on the 14th of September, they attended a meeting with NATO representatives where a lot was accomplished as well. And it has been something that we can commend them for. It was also quite interesting in the comment section. Some of you kept saying that Prince Harry, especially because he had been there from the start, would need just to take a time out after everything, because of course we know that one-on-one engaging with so many people and always being on, it's an exhausting pleasure, There is that time that someone needs to refresh themselves after it's all said and done. And I'm sure that they look back on all these events, even the L that Prince Harry led those children to, with joy and so much warmth as they just reflect on people's lives that are changed. That's why the Invictus Games is so amazing, and we're looking forward to what's going to be happening in the next event at Whistler, Vancouver, where Meghan has also talked about being excited to have Archie and Lily there. There's also going to be a winter sports aspect to that. So looking forward to seeing the competitors challenging themselves in that facet as well. I'm sure that this has been something that has been in the Sussexes' heart. It's all about family. And who knows, in the future, we may get to see the Sussex children playing some type of part in the event as they can. And that's going to be something to look forward to. So once again, share your thoughts on this very heartwarming story of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex coaching the teams, and speaking about how they were down to earth and how everyone just loved having them there and how excited they were. And of course, once again, showing that there is just this love that people have for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Before we log off, as always, a very special thank you to all who support this channel financially, to all my Patreon, PayPal, and membership supporters. I'd like to give a very heartfelt thank you and shout out a couple of you here by name. A very special thank you to you. Kristen Rowe, for being a long-time supporter of this channel. It means so much. I appreciate you and value you. Thank you to you, Corliss J. McClendon. I appreciate the long-time support that you have shown, your generosity, your consistency. It means so much. God bless. Thank you to Delcinia Preston as well. I do appreciate you for your kindness and for how you've just chosen to come along with me here on this YouTube journey. I pray for God to bless you. I truly appreciate you. And a very warm thank you and a welcome to you here as a channel member. Rosalty Baker was chosen to become a member here on YouTube. Thank you so much for supporting this channel through your giving. It means so much. Thank you, and welcome again. And now a very special thank you to those who gave during the last live. Thank you to Black Queen, who has been such a tremendous support for this channel. It just is so wonderful to know you, and of course a very special welcome as well to you as one of the channel moderators here. Thank you so much for your long time support. I do appreciate you. And now special thank you to those who gave through super thanks. Thank you to you, Alma Andrews, who's also a channel supporter here. God bless you. You are so generous and kind, and I truly love you. Share your thoughts on the stories below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button. I'd love to see you here. And if you want to watch more, click the links in the cards and at the end screens, and I will see you there. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.